Hello students, welcome back to the class. So in the last class we studied the growth and decay of current through the RL circuit. So we are studying the types of the transient circuit. In that the first circuit we studied is the RL circuit. So RL circuit is nothing but what? The resistor and the inductor which are connected in series with each other. So whenever they are connected in series with each other, then what happens? The current starts to increase. At the same time, if you open the plug key, then the current starts to what? Decrease. So while happening this, how the growth of the current in the RL circuit and also how the decay of the current in the RL circuit we studied in the last class. And in the today's class we are going to discuss the next type of the transient circuit, that is nothing but what? The RC circuit. This is called as what? RC circuit. So as the name states, R means what? Resistor, and C means what? Capacitor. So in the RC circuit, if you observe the diagram, the resistor as well as capacitor both are connected in what? Series. So they are in series combination, and also these are connected to the what? Battery and the plug key. So the RC circuit consists of the resistor and capacitor which are connected in series with the what? Battery and also the plug key. So this is called as what? RC circuit. See, we replaced the inductor by capacitor here. As a resistor is common for RL circuit as well as RC circuit, only the changes is happening in what? Capacitor. So as we know the function of the resistor in the last class, so already you know, whenever we will close the key, this one, so the battery starts to give the what? Voltage. So because of that the current starts to flow in the what? Circuit. But the thing is, the current suddenly will not reaches to a what? Maximum value. So they will be growing step by step, isn't it? So while doing like that, the whatever the resistor is there, it will oppose the what? Flow of that current. It is going to opposite that flow of the current. And at the same time here capacitor is there. So already in a PUC class you studied about the capacitor, okay, the function of the capacitor. So as you know, capacitor is a device which stores electrical energy, isn't it? So capacitor is a device which is going to store the what? Electrical energy. So electrical energy, it is showing in the form of what? It is storing in the form of charges. Okay, see, as current is flowing means nothing but what? The flow of the electrons, we will say. So when electron starts to flow in the circuit, that is constituted what? The current in a conductor, because here conducting wires we have taken. So as current is flowing means something charges will be flowing. Okay, so what the capacitor will do, that will starts to store that electrical energy in the form of charges. Okay, so the capacitor is a device which is storing the what? Electrical energy in the electrical field. So now this is the function of the what? Capacitor, and also we know the function of the what? Resistor. And now what I will do in the first step, we are studying how the charging of a capacitor through the RC circuit. So charging is nothing but what? Starts of storing the what? Electrical charges. So electrical charges starts to store in the charging in the capacitor, means it is called as what? Charging. Understood? So charging is nothing but what? The starting of storing the what? Electrical charges is called charging. And discharging is nothing but what? If the electrical charges, the store of electrical charges are going to leak from the what? Capacitor, means it is called as what? Discharging. Okay, so now first case we are studying how it is charging in a capacitor, how the charging of a capacitor is taking place in a what? RC circuit. Okay, now I'll close the key, this one. So when I'll close the key, then the battery starts to give the what? Voltage, or we are calling it as what? Potential difference or EMF. Okay, so that I will write here. So that is E voltage it is giving. The battery is giving how much voltage, which is equal to E. Now this voltage, when it is moving, no, it will move to capacitor, at the same time it moves to the what? Resistor. But the thing is, when both are connected in series, then how much voltage the battery is supplying, that out of that something voltage will be going to the capacitor and some voltage will be going to the what, resistor. So means the voltage will be distributed between these two components, that is capacitor and resistor. Okay, see, suppose 6 voltage is flowing, it is coming from the battery, means out of that 4 voltage may go to the capacitor and 2 voltage may go to the resistor. So 4 plus 2, again how much you are getting, 6 volt. Understanding? So whenever the components are connected in series, then the whatever the total voltage is there, it will be distributed among these two series components. Okay, so means, can I say the voltage across the capacitor is E1, okay, and the voltage across the resistor is E2, I will write. So E1 is the voltage across the capacitor and E2 is the voltage across the what, resistor. So total voltage is what? Yeah, that is E. So that will be distributed between these two. Means, can I write capital E is equal to E1 plus E2? Okay, because it is distributed, so when we are adding, we are getting a what, total voltage. So E is equal to E1 plus E2. So now we should find what is E1 value and what is E2 value. So first I'll have the E1 value. So E1 is the what, the voltage across the capacitor. So what is the voltage across the capacitor? So there is a one formula, that is nothing but the number of charges divided by what is the capacity of a capacitor, that is the C. See, charges means electrical charges, already you know, like a proton and electron. Okay, so how many number of charges it is storing, that number is QU. And C means what is the ability of this capacitor to store the charges. Okay, see, it is, we will measure in terms of what, farad. If its ability is low, then it will store less number of charges. If its ability is more, then it will store maximum number of electrical energy, isn't it? So C is the ability of a what, capacitor to store the electrical energy, how much it will store, that ability will be showing by what, C. So when Q divided by C, if you consider, no, that is giving the voltage, that is the voltage across the capacitor. So already you proved this equation also in a PUC class. Okay, now in the same way E2 we should find. So what is E2? Yeah, E2 is the voltage across the resistor. So how much voltage it contains, and you know the Ohm's law. According to Ohm's law, the voltage across the resistor is what? According to the statement, phi is equal to I into R. But phi is what here? E2 we note down. Okay, so E2 is equal to I into R. So shall we write like this? So E2 is equal to what we got? I into R we got. And you know the value of the I also. Okay, so I is nothing but what? The current is nothing but what? Yeah, it is the rate of flow of charges, that is dq divided by dt. I value is how much? Dq divided by dt. The rate of flow of charges is called as what? Current. So can I substitute in the ET value? So when I substituted, what you will get? Yeah, you will get dq by dt into what is remaining? R will be remaining. So I wrote as it is. So I hope you understood. As the voltage will be distributed among these two components, so total voltage is equal to the voltage across first component, that is capacitor, and the voltage across the second component, that is what? The resistor. And what is the voltage value across the capacitor? Yeah, that is the charge divided by the capacity of a capacitor, that is Q by C, and the voltage across resistor is according to Ohm's law, E2 is equal to I into R. But I is what? The rate of flow of charges, that is dq by dt. So when I substituted, we got E2 is equal to dq by dt into what? R. Okay, so now we got E1 value and E2 value. So substituting in the, can I name it as first equation? Okay, so substituting in the first equation the values of E1 and E2. So now our equation becomes, now I'll write here. So now the equation becomes E is equal to, So what is the E1 value? Yeah, Q by C, plus what is the E2 value? Yeah, dq divided by dt into R. So this is the equation we got by substituting just the E1 and E2 values. Okay. Now next I should find the E value. So E is nothing but what? See, when the battery voltage will be maximum, then can I say maximum electrical energy had been stored in the charge, in the capacitor, means the number of charges will be maximum. Okay, see, at a time t the number of charges are stored in a capacitor is Q, but when time reaches to a maximum value, then what will happen? There will be maximum number of charges are being stored in the capacitor, and that maximum number of charges we will write it as what? Q naught. Means, can we have E is equal to Q naught BC? Because once it reaches to a maximum value, maximum electrical energy had been stored in the capacitor. So we got what? E is equal to Q naught divided by C. That is Q naught divided by C. That time there is no change in the what? Current. There is no change in the current. So current will be what? Constant. So we got what? Differentiation of constant value is equal to what? 0. See, once the number of charges had been reached to a maximum value, then Q becomes constant. So if Q becomes constant, if you get the differentiation of that will be 0. So this part becomes what? 0. And what you got your equation? E is equal to Q naught divided by C. Understanding? See, suppose 100 charges are flowing in a capacity, in a what? This circuit. So out of that 100, that will not go to rapidly from 0 to 100. How it will be moving? 0 means when time is 0, there is no charge, and when time will be 1 second, 1 charge, 2 charge, 3 charge, 4 charge, like that they go on storing in a capacitor. So that time, at a time t, the number of charges I had noted down it as what? Q. But once time reaches to a maximum value, the number of charges will be stored in a capacitor will be 100. Maximum will 100 only charges are there. So all those charges will be stored in a what? Capacitor. Means whether Q reaches to Q naught. Okay. So when Q reaches to Q naught, this value becomes constant. Isn't it? Constant charges we got. Okay. So what we got? E is equal to Q naught divided by C. So substituting this E value in the equation number 2. So what we will get? Yeah, we are getting Q naught by C is equal to Q divided by C plus dq divided by dt into R. So just substituting the E value, we got a new equation, that is in terms of Q naught by C is equal to Q by C plus dq by dt into R. This value substituting in equation number 2. Now I'll make the terms in one side. So I'll take Q by C to this side, LHS side. So is it become negative? So your equation becomes what? Q naught by C, when it will come to this side, yeah, minus Q by C is equal to, this will be as it is, there only it will be there. So what we are getting dq by dt into R. We got the equation. Okay. Now as LCM is same for both the cases, so what will be this answer? Yeah, this answer is Q naught by Q divided by what? C, which is equal to dq by dt into what? R we got. Okay. As LCM is same, we taken C is common. So what will be numerator? Q naught minus Q. So we got the value. Now Q terms I'll make one side and the other terms I'll make another side. Okay. So Q terms have Q terms what will be there? One is Q naught minus Q, and this side dq will be there. So I'll make in one side. So what you will get? Yeah, you are getting, so Q naught minus Q I'll transfer to this side. So dq divided by you will get. Okay. So I'll write dq divided by Q naught minus Q, which is equal to, so as this term is coming this side, so we got this equation, and R divided by dt is there. So whether it will go to this side, so what you will get? Yeah, you are getting dt divided by R into C, because already C is there, that side only. Okay. So you solve, you will come to know. Okay. So we got this equation. making the q terms one side and other terms one side. R by dt will go to this side, so dt becomes numerator and r will be divided, you got. Now integrating the above equation, so if you integrating the above equation, what we will get? When doing the integration, what we will get? So integration of dq divided by q naught minus q, which is equal to dt divided by r into c. Integration of dt divided by r into c. So as you know, 1 dx divided by x, integration is log x. So like that, its integration will be what? Log of q naught minus q. As chain rule will apply, because with respect to q we are integrating. Dq means what about the integration of minus q? It will be minus 1 divided by minus 1. Okay, so which is equal to 1 by rc is a constant quantity, and what is the integration of dt? It is a t plus something integration constant will come, and that I note down it as what? K. K is the integration constant. So what will be our final equation? This is minus log of q naught minus q is equal to t by rc plus what? K. We got. Now what's our job? Our job is to find the what? K value. So we are going to find the what? K value. So to find the K value, can I put t is equal to 0? See, when time is 0, there is no charges in a capacitor. Are you agree? There will not be any charges stored in a capacitor. Means what about the number of charges? That is q, which is equal to what? 0 we got. So where time is 0, q becomes 0. So if q becomes 0, then what about the k value? This part 0 and this value 0. So we got k is equal to what? Minus log of q naught. Isn't it? Substitute t value 0 you substitute and q value 0 you substitute. So this part becomes 0 and this is 0. So k is equal to, we got minus log of q naught. So that I wrote. And again substituting in the above equation. So we are getting the new equation, that is minus log of q naught minus q will be there as it is equal to t divided by rc, and what is the k value? K value is minus log of q naught. Okay, and now I'll transfer the term to this side to make it positive. So when it will go to this side, it becomes a positive. So that term I'll write first, that is log of q naught minus q, and what will be there? Minus log q naught will be there, and is it will come this side, t by rc. So it becomes what? Minus t divided by rc. You got. Understood? Say, I transfer the terms this side, so it becomes a positive. I wrote that one first. And t by rc will go to this side, so I wrote it as what? Minus t divided by rc. I wrote. Now, is it like log u minus log phi? Okay. So log u minus log phi is what? Log u divided by phi. That is log q naught minus q whole divided by what? Q naught we got, which is equal to minus t divided by rc. Means, can I write q naught minus q divided by q naught is equal to log, if it go, is it will get e raised to minus t by rc. Okay, so log becomes what? E when it will go to the RHS side. And this one you resolve in two parts. So what you will get? In one part q naught by q naught minus in another part q by q naught. So which is equal to e raised to minus t divided by rc. And q naught by q naught value is what? 1 minus q by q naught as it is, which is equal to e raised to minus t divided by rc value we got. Then now I'll transfer this term to this side and this one to this side to make a positive. Okay, so interchanging the terms here, this term this side and this whole term this side. So what you will get? You are getting q by q naught. When it will go, it become positive, and when it will come this side, 1 minus of this you will get. That is 1 minus of e raised to minus t divided by rc you got. So finally in terms of q, what you will get? Yeah, in terms of q naught will go and multiply. So q naught into the bracket 1 minus e raised to minus t divided by rc. When q naught will go this side, as it is divided, it will be what? Multiplied. So q is equal to something value you got. Now what I'll do for this equation, because charging we are studying, means the voltage we want, okay? So what I'll do, I'll divide by C on both the side. Here also divided by C and here also divided by C I'll make. So if it is divided by C on both the side, so already you know charge divided by capacity is what? Voltage. And maximum charge divided by capacity, this is the maximum voltage we got, okay? So already we know Q by C means what? Voltage. So like that. Now that voltage, here I wrote E. In terms of E1 I wrote. Here I'll write it as phi. Okay. So voltage I'll write it as what? Phi. That E1 only. I wrote it as what? Phi. So which is equal to, as it is a maximum charge, means a maximum voltage. So can I name it as phi naught? Okay. So phi is equal to phi naught into the bracket 1 minus e raised to minus t divided by rc. We got. Okay. So now I'll find the time constant. So can I put time constant T is equal to R into C. See, for the RL circuit, time constant value is what? R divided by L or L divided by R. But here the time constant value is T is equal to how much? R into C. So if I substitute, what I will get? Yeah, I'll get phi is equal to phi naught into the bracket 1 minus e raised to minus, yeah, t value means R into C. So when it is R into C, R into C, R into C get cancelled. So you got e raised to minus 1, isn't it? So we got the phi value which is equal to phi naught into the bracket 1 minus e raised to minus 1. So now calculate this value. So already I told how to calculate the value this one. So which is equal to phi naught into the bracket 1 minus, when e raised to minus 1 will come to denominator, it becomes a plus. So 1 divided by e we got, which is equal to phi naught into the bracket 1 minus 1 divided by, what is the e value? Yeah, e value is constant 2.72. So I substituted, and which is equal to phi naught into, so if you make this calculation, no, you are getting 0.632. So what is phi? Phi is equal to 0.63 into phi naught, or phi naught into 0.632. Okay. So from this we got how the voltage will be there in a what? Capacitor. That is phi is equal to phi naught into 0.632. So from this they are defining a time constant. See, time constant for RL circuit is different and time constant for a RC circuit is different. So they will mention which circuit time constant you should define. On that basis, respect to that circuit, you should define the time constant. Okay. So here the time constant can be defined as the time during which 0.632 or 63.2% of the maximum voltage reached by the what? RC circuit. Means to reach 63.2% of the maximum voltage, how much time this RC circuit is taking, that is called as what? Time constant. Understanding? So this is what the derivation of the charging of a capacitor through RC circuit. Okay. So when they will ask, first tell the definition. RC circuit is a circuit which consists of the resistor and capacitor which are connected in series with the battery and the plug key, and the total voltage from the battery is distributed among the what? The capacitor and the resistor. So E is equal to E1 plus E2 we got, where E1 is the voltage across the capacitor, that is charge divided by capacity of a capacitor, and E2 means the voltage across the resistor, that is E2 is equal to I into R, but I is equal to dq by dt. So E2 becomes what? dq by dt into R. And now substituting these two values, we got what? E is equal to q by c plus dq by dt into r. Now when charges are reaching to a maximum value, then it becomes constant, that is q becomes what? Q naught. So this constant quantity becomes, means the differentiation becomes what? 0. So what we got? E is equal to only q naught divided by c we got. So again substituting in this equation number 2, so we got this equation and transfer q by c to this side, so it becomes what? Minus q by c, which is equal to dq by dt into r. As c is common in the denominator term, LCM, so we have taken, and in numerator we got q naught minus q, which is equal to something, and make a q term one side and other times another side. So you got this equation. For this equation, integrating on both the side, what you got? It is like dx by x. So log we got. So log of q naught minus q, and as it is a chain rule will apply, divided by minus 1 is coming, because minus q integration is minus 1, and 1 by rc is constant, integration of dt will be what? T plus k. And now this k value you should find by substituting t is equal to 0 and q is equal to 0. So we got the k value is minus log q naught. So substituting those values, we got this equation, and some rearrangement we will make. Okay, means this minus term take this side, and this term when you will transfer it becomes minus. So we got log of this minus is equal to minus t by rc, and now transfer log to this side, so it become e raised to and make the separation. So when we will separate, we are getting 1 minus q naught by 1 minus q by q naught is equal to e raised to minus t divided by rc. So now q keep there and q naught you transfer. For that term, dividing by c on both the side. So we got q by c and q naught by c, means this is the voltage at time t, and this is the maximum voltage in the circuit. Okay, so lastly substituting the time constant value, which is equal to R into C, we got the equation phi is equal to phi naught into the bracket 1 minus e raised to minus 1, 1 minus e raised to minus 1 we got. Okay, means after doing this calculation, we got phi is equal to phi naught into 0.632. Okay, so what is time constant? Time constant is the time during which 63.2% of the maximum voltage has been reached by the what? RC circuit. So this is called as what? The charging of a capacitor. I hope you understood the derivation as also the definition of the time constant. Okay, and in the today's class, as a charging we discussed, so in the next class we are going to discuss how the discharging of a capacitor is happening in a what? RC circuit. So that derivation we will come to see in the what? Next class. Okay, thank you.